Have you ever wondered what life has in for you? Has there been a time when you felt like everything has just stopped and you have been facing so many challenges in life you cannot navigate? So today, our topic is mind over matter, and our guest speaker is Miss Vanita Chan. She's amazing life coach, mentor, and a powerhouse, I must say.
Gosh.
So before we get deeper into this discussion, I would like Vanita to introduce herself to our audience.
Thank you, Tasha. I can call you Tasha, right?
Yes, of course.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me on your podcast. I am actually so grateful to be part of this podcast, and I can see you. We both resonate to each other for sure.
We do.
It's like house on fire now. But before I do get to introduce myself, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land and which we are gathering today, and pay my respects to the elders, the past and the emerging. So I'm at Mount Annan Botanical Gardens in Sydney, Australia, at Mount Annan, and this is Garden Cafe, and it's very close to me in regards to whenever I need some self-love, I come here just to have a cup of coffee and mingle with the girls, and it's just amazing. The girls are just amazing. So a little bit about myself, and I'm a mom. I'm a proud mom. So I have a daughter and a beautiful son-in-law, which for them I breathe and live. So they are my strength, my inspiration, and everything I do, it's for them. I am I worked in corporate for 20 years, and 3 years ago I went through retrenchment and changed my career. It's the same I've been in banking and finance for all of my career. And I'm actually from Suva. So I've been raised and brought up in Suva. I came to Australia in 1999. And there's highs and lows too in life, which you go through. But on that note, you take everything on a positive note, because you can't be just dwelling on what has happened. Things didn't work. And so my daughter was 5 years old at the time, and she's a married woman, a very profound woman, and married to a beautiful home. And my son-in-law is a physiotherapist, and my daughter is a lawyer. And so I love to help people. That's what I believe in, right?
Yeah.
We all have a purpose.
Yeah.
So I believe that the random act of kindness you do, it makes a difference to people's life. So at the moment with life, there has been up and down. And last year, something tragic happened to me. And it was professional and on a personal level too. That I just went into a rabbit hole. Mm-hmm. I just went straight into a rabbit hole, and I was losing my motivation. I needed some guidance, right? Because all the time I felt like it's so easy for me to go and motivate someone, coach them if they need your help.
Yeah.
But now I need something, but I couldn't motivate myself. Mm-hmm. I thought this is the end.
Yeah.
And that stress actually got into my nervous system, that I was not able to get out of bed.
Yeah.
Like I was not literally. So I'm sitting here. I think it's a miracle. Mm-hmm. And that miracle is obviously from the doctors and the specialists and my loved ones and my kids. And they say God does do a miracle. Yeah. And I do have a miracle, which is my cousin Neil. He came as a guardian angel at the right time, and he would say, sis, you can do it. You can do it. And I believed and I started to believe in myself. And maybe this is the first week that I've just got dressed up like this. This is me all the time, getting dressed up, going out and about and doing things. And I love decorating. So as you can see, I love to do things with flowers. So while we're doing this, so what makes me more for mind over matter is you think positive. Yes. Positive comes to you. So my dad is very much on that too. So when he came, so I've been actually diagnosed with chronic arthritis, and there's no cure for it, and it's due to autoimmune. I had my autoimmune 3 years ago, 10 years ago, but I had my thyroid removed in 3 years. And at the same time, on my day of my surgery, when I came to recovery, my role was made redundant with the bank at the time.
Yes.
So I worked with one of the biggest bank in Australia. So we're in Australia here in Sydney. And I said, why me? Like, that's the first thing comes to you on your mind, right?
Absolutely.
Why me? But I think with my support network at that time and the love and affection you get, I got out of that too.
Yeah.
So within 2 months, I got into a new role, new job. So I changed,
Yeah.
you know. I still ended up in the banking and finance. So all of my life I've done that. And I was still doing coaching and mentoring. And
Right.
while I was doing coaching and mentoring, I meet so many people who are stuck into something that they can't get, you know, they can't
Move out
of it. And they'll say, oh, I want to do this, but I can't do this. But then I started to work on their personal well-being, the way I had to work on my well-being, right? So one of the theory I use is the iceberg theory. So you don't really see everything from the surface.
Yes.
You have to go beneath it. So beneath the surface, you can see all the layers of things that's happening. So there can be personal issues, professional issues, health issues, financial issues. So I started to work on that. And that's the strategy I'm using on myself at the moment. And like there's lots of people out there, they'll say that it's okay, you'll be better. What people need to say is it's okay, you know, things will work out for you, but keep on believing in yourself. If you want to catch up for coffee, don't say, oh, just let me know when you're ready, I'll come and pick you up and we'll go coffee. No, knock on the door and say, I'm here. And that presence makes a difference. And that's what I do. So now I've got people coming around me and say, hey, you ready? We'll go out for coffee. We'll go out for lunch. We'll go out for walk. So I've just started to adjust my new lifestyle now.
Yeah.
So in October, I couldn't get out of bed. If you see the photos, you'll say, oh my God, Vanita, is that really you?
That's the question I asked you.
Yeah.
No, it's two different people.
I know. You'll think it's not you. And I don't know what happened. I just don't know. And psychologists say, I went through counseling and everything, and they say, when you have lots of trauma, that gets into your nervous system.
Yeah.
And when it's stored in the nervous system, that becomes inflammation. So I had a very high inflammation in the body at that time, and it just put me down due to my autoimmune.
Yeah.
And but I still got up. I still have a purpose. And as you can see, I'm doing flowers while I'm talking.
Yes.
So this makes me happy.
Yeah.
So this is my happy piece, right? So I'm a plant lady too. And I love cooking too. And I love interior designing. And most of all, I love helping people.
Yes.
So it gives me a purpose to go out of my comfort zone and say, hey, if you're going through something, I'm here. And that's what I wanted to know about myself.
Yes.
When I was going through that, when I was not able to get out of bed, I wanted someone to say, I'm here, I got you.
Yeah.
So my cousin, Neil Zivan, that's my dad's brother's son, he came as a miracle in my life for the past 3 months.
Wow.
And he lifted my spirit. I would hold myself, I would hold the car door.
Yes.
And he would say, sis, you got this, you got this. And when I have flare-ups, so days, no 2 days are the same. Some days it feels like I'm been hit by a truck or a bus.
Yeah.
It's like my hands won't move. I'll have frozen shoulder, frozen, hips. I won't be able to, walk to the door, anything. He'll come and sit in my room and he'll say, Kazi, what can I do for you? And he'll distract me by making jokes, talking to me and talking about the childhood memories. And he would make me laugh. And at that moment, for that 10 minutes moment, I would forget about my flare-ups.
Yes.
And then I'll go to bed, obviously, and wake up in the morning. So I start with a new day. And then I say, it's my purpose to make a difference. So the work I'm doing at the moment, it gives me a purpose. And because I'm helping people in that too.
Of course.
But I suppose with your mind over matter comes in, even people start believing in themselves. It's more being resilient.
Yeah.
But when it's your health issues, when you don't have the right support, your mind over matter doesn't work
Yeah.
because you still have self-doubt.
Exactly. It's like, you know, speaking positivity in your life. If you are not speaking that positivity in your life,
Yeah.
nothing will work.
No. So what I do every week,
Yeah.
I buy flowers for myself. I don't wait for anyone to buy me flowers.
And that's
I
so nice.
just buy flowers and I just do things, you know, it just makes me happy.
Yeah.
And now I've started back on doing this. So hopefully what I'm going through at the moment, I can work on it and make a difference and say, you know, I know not everyone is the same.
Yeah.
And we can't say, I've done it, you can, you know.
Yeah.
But for my experience, I can say if it's working for me with the right support and the right network, it can work for you.
Yeah.
I go for physios every week and I said to my physiotherapist, you know what, before my calendar or my email, you know, my messages would say going out for lunch or going movies or, you know,
Yes.
weddings and puja, you know, prayers and things. Now my calendar is specialist appointment,
Yeah.
doctor's appointment, counseling appointment, physiotherapist appointment. And I spoke to him, and one thing he did say to me, it resonated with me. He goes, don't let this consume you.
Yeah.
You have to pick up yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like little by little, you
Yeah.
start doing what you like.
Yeah.
So I used to do Pilates, I used to go to the gym, and all of a sudden everything stopped.
Yeah.
So now I've just started to do a little bit of weight.
Right.
And guess what? I'm doing it in the bathroom, not in the shower.
If that works for you,
It does.
that works for you.
Because it's hot water running through you. And for my healing, I do that.
Yeah.
And I use lots of salt, right,
Yeah.
to purify my
Oh,
energy. And hugging the plants, as you do, Natasha, too.
I
know
do.
that. Yeah. It just feels so good,
Yes,
right?
it does.
Yeah.
It does.
So that's me. That's what I've
Yeah.
been doing, and that's how I've been juggling with
Yeah.
life and things too. And I hope I will feel better soon, and I can make the dose effect. So I'm reading this book by TJ Power at the moment, and it tells about the dose effect.
Yeah.
And it's about dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins.
Yeah.
So at the moment, meeting you and doing my flowers here, I think my
Recharging.
yes, recharging. My endorphins are just jumping
Yes.
and oxytocin. And you know what? It's just amazing. You know,
Yeah.
when you create something and it makes you happy. So this is for you, Tasha.
Thank
This
you
is for
so
you,
much.
darling.
Thank
you for
so
giving me an
much.
opportunity.
This
I know you
looks-
can't take it to Fiji.
Yes, but I'll
you
keep
can
it in
keep
my
it for while you're here on holidays.
I love this.
keep it.
I love this. Okay, so speaking about the mind over matter, and thank you for sharing what challenges you have been through, and you're a fighter. Like, you know, I remember you mentioning this, that you have walked through the fire.
Yeah.
So nothing can stop you.
It's just the health at the moment,
Yes,
but
yes.
eventually I know,
Yeah.
you know, something good will happen.
Yeah.
And miracles do happen.
Yes, it does.
God says, you know what, you give me your hand, I'll hold your hand.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I've given everything to the universe.
Yes.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what my purpose is. If you want me to make a change and help people, you will make a change in me.
Yes, it does. And okay, I am speaking of like you mentoring, you know, individuals that come to you for that support. What are some of the things that that you normally navigate through with them to help them? You
Build
know,
up.
yes,
So on that note, while I was coming to see you today,
yes,
I got a phone call from my accountant's daughter. She's a graduate lawyer too. And she reached out to me 3 months ago. Oh no, last year sometime before I was not well and things. And she said, I need a job. Right. So, and I said, what kind of job you want, right? Because, and she wanted to get into corporate and things too. So I said to her, I'm not in the bank, but you can connect me on LinkedIn and see on the network what sort of jobs you're looking
Yeah.
for. So she said, because I'm a graduate lawyer and I would like to have a job in a lawyer's office or corporate, you know. So I said to her, okay, send me a resume. So the first thing I saw was her resume. So one thing, I suppose, as a natural leader, because I've done leadership roles, and I'm more of a person, not a tag person.
Right.
I don't like to use the word people leader or a manager.
Right.
Right. So manager is more like a tag that you have this manager's role and you just want to, dictate.
The title.
So
yeah.
I like to have like a people leader because you will create more leaders. So I believe in that. So that is what I was doing in corporate, right? That was my role and all these things I used to do. So from there, that's how my coaching and mentoring started, because I became a mentor for women.
Right.
And during COVID, that's what happened. So getting back to the call I got today. So she said, I'm not happy where I'm working at the moment. And I said, where are you working now?
Yeah.
She goes, I'm working in one of these, legal lawyer's office and things. And the expectation is not good. Like you have to come early in the morning and finish late. And there's a lot of work. She said, I can't juggle. And her husband got made redundant. And she's, and I said, okay. The first thing I said to her, so the culture's not good.
The work culture. Yeah.
Work culture. So she goes, yeah, it's not good. So she said, do you think I should apply for a role? So I said, when are you free? When, you want to catch up with me?
Yes.
She goes, in 3 weeks' time, she's busy. I said, okay. She said, do you think I should apply for a role? I said, go for it. Keep on applying and send me your resume. I'll check your resume again.
Yeah.
And you need to change your resume according to the job you are applying. Don't have one resume.
Yeah.
That's what I tell when I coach. Don't have just one resume. Have like 2-3 resumes according to the roles you're applying.
Absolutely.
If you don't get the A, you'll probably get a B, get to the second one or the third one, but you will eventually get into it.
Yes.
That's the thing I used to do.
Yeah.
That's my self-practice, because when I was growing up, I always have 3 goals in life.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to be a school teacher, work in a bank, or be an air hostess. I think in Fiji, everyone wanted to be an air hostess, right? At that time. But we didn't get an opportunity, right? I finished school, I went to uni and didn't finish. And my dad obviously knew I was going out with my ex at the time and all this story. Long story short, and we got married. And a blessing, my daughter, I have a beautiful daughter, even though the marriage didn't work out and things do happen for a reason.
Yeah.
And that's the reason I'm here, with the experience. So anyway, so when I I started to work for this corporate organization, which is one of the banks in Australia, one of the biggest one. So then I saw that with what are my goals were. I actually became a teacher because I became a mentor.
Yeah.
Right, like a coach, because it's more becoming like a teacher.
Yes.
And as for working in a bank, I've worked in a bank for 20 years.
Yeah.
And to becoming an air hostess. So when I first did my interview with my role in the bank as a teller at the time, the regional manager, when he did my interview later, he told me when I walked in, he thought I was an air hostess.
Of course, with the height.
So I think with those 3, I think I achieved all 3.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
In one role.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what I said to her, make changes, but have 3. And then if this doesn't work, you'll go to the second one. Second doesn't work, you will, come to the third one.
Yes.
So yeah, that's my thing when I do coaching and mentoring. So I see what goals and plans they are.
Yeah.
Because you can say, oh, I have this goal. So I see, when do you want to finish that?
Yeah.
When is the start date? So I give 6 to 12 months time when I do coaching and mentoring. So in 6 months time, what do you want to do?
Right.
How are you going to execute that? Right.
Smart goals.
Smart goals. Then you have to have a plan, because without a plan, your goal is nothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So she's working on a goal, what she wants to do. So her goal is now to apply for this role.
Yeah.
And get into a role that will work for her.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, and what are like other? I shouldn't use the term cases, but situations of the individuals that you mentor. Has there been like any like serious challenges that they go through?
Of course, like coming from an ethnic background,
Right.
like us, right?
Yes.
Fijian Indians. We were always taught when we were growing up, you can't say this, you can't say that. If two people are talking, you can't say that. You know why we fail interviews? That's what I got out of that.
You're not asking the right questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you have this stigma. Because if you question someone, that means you will show as being bossy or arrogant, right? So when we were growing up, we were always told that a woman's role is this. So we never thought that coming out of that zone, what else we can do.
Yeah.
So here, I've got lots of Fijian Indian women, like same ethnic background.
Yes.
And when they're going for the interview, I failed the interviews 5 times when I'm mentoring them.
Right.
So what I said to them, one lady she was going through domestic violence at that time. She got separated.
Right.
And she goes to me, I need to change my role. Yes, you need to change your role. But first you have to change your mindset. Because if you don't change your mindset, how you're supposed to deliver something.
Yes.
So I worked on her mindset, right? So prepared her for the interview. So she failed. So then I said to her, this is one of my mentees. This was during COVID.
Right.
So I said, you know what you can do? She said, my abusive partner will be home. I can't call you and go for the interview. And I said, you know what you can do? When you finish dinner, go in your room, look at yourself in the mirror, sit there. I did a transcript for her. You do your interview like you're talking to me, having a conversation. She did that. Next day I did her interview. Second day she went for the interview, bang, she got the job.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So you have to see, because everyone has got some skills, right?
Yes.
You have skills maybe I don't have, like the tech, I don't have that, right? I might have something you might learn from that too. And that was the same with that. So you can see those recommendations they've done on LinkedIn. So I work on their well-being first.
Yes.
I don't go straight to saying, oh, you have to do this. No, I work on the well-being, on their mindset and getting them into that zone.
Yeah.
And then they start believing in themselves, because believing is what takes you.
Yes.
And that's the same with me. Mind over matter is the belief I have in myself.
Right.
So I believe that I'll get better.
Yeah.
So every morning I wake up and say, please fix me, right?
Right.
I want to get better. I want to get better.
Yeah.
But I tell myself, yes, I will get better one day.
Yeah. So I have had conversations with the few people that I know who have been through depression. They have anxiety, etc. And there's this a friend of mine, and she is going through that same phase. And apparently, she was saying that she has been going on this counseling for like it's almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that is that like a red flag? Like you shouldn't be, on counseling for that long when you are dealing with the depression or anxiety?
I suppose depression for us in ethnic background, it's like a stigma.
Yeah.
No one can get depressed, right? But before that, we get anxious. Because I'm a mental health aid provider too.
Right.
I don't advise, but I can recommend. Like you have to see a counselor. So it doesn't mean one size fits all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if this person is going, she needs more help.
Yeah.
And it's not like that. You go to one session, 2 sessions, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen like that.
And I guess, sorry to cut you off,
Yep.
but I guess you also need to apply those practices so that you see that improvement, right?
Yes.
It's not like you are taking the medication, but you are not eating right.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. And that's the same with me too at the moment, right?
Right.
So when my rheumatologist told me that I've got chronic arthritis now, there's no cure, I said, okay, fine. I was a bit sad about it. And then I said, what I need to do, he said, you have to start doing your exercises and things too. So the medication makes you put on weight and things too, right?
Right.
Side effects.
Yes.
But if I keep on thinking about that, the medication is making me put on weight, what else am I doing?
Right.
So what I've done, I've stopped gluten. I don't take dairy. And I'm trying to eat lots of protein and grains. So hopefully, I have a feeling that it will work, which I think is working. And I'm more mentally stable now.
Right.
Like in a sense, I did get into the rabbit hole due to the professional and personal life at the time last year.
Yeah.
But to come out of it, then you give a pat on yourself on your shoulder
Of course,
and
yes.
say, hang on, you've done this. So when you start believing, right, that's like a reverse psychology in
Yes.
yourself. Like in the neuroplasticity, it says that you think good, good comes to you.
Yeah.
You think positive, positive comes to you. A negative mind doesn't change a positive, doesn't give
Yes.
a positive attitude. And then you have to see the things around you that makes it positive, right? So train your mind to see the good.
Wow.
You don't obviously see all the time there's obstacles. You
Right.
always see there's something good about it.
Yeah.
Like when my marriage broke,
Yeah.
I said, okay, why was it me at the time?
Yeah.
And then I saw the positive
Yes.
because from a typical traditional Indian woman who was just staying at home with a $50 just in the pocket, my ex left me for another woman, right? And left me with my daughter. But the positive outcome of that was my beautiful daughter, which I see as my strength and my inspiration, right? And my sister-in-law, that's my ex's sister. She's
Right.
still close to me. She is my soulmate. She is thick and thin with me all the time. So we work together. So I see the positive things in there rather than falling, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Falling on that's his family. Why should I engage with? No, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
That's his path.
Yeah.
This is my path. So if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be sitting here. I wouldn't be a coach or mentor.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be able to do what I can do now.
Right.
So you know how
Yes,
that works. So I think believing in yourself, and you don't wait for someone to give you happiness.
Yeah.
Because your happiness comes from within.
Yeah.
Because you glow
Yes.
when you're happy from here.
Yes. Yes.
So that's what I believe in. That
Yeah.
I do things that makes me happy.
Yeah.
And which is this.
Yes.
And, obviously being on your podcast.
Yes. Yes. And I mean, in this conversation, we have like already unlocked so many things and covered so many topics. Is there anything that you want before we wrap up? That is
Yeah.
like for our audience. Do you want to sort of give them some advice and because everyone is going through something and the least, like how we say, the least we could do is be kind.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you want to tell our audience?
I think with the audience, we can say do what makes you happy. Like the flowers make me happy. Maybe cooking is your hobby, or going out with your friends and families, having a good network. So your support network is really important, right? If you have a good support network, so either it's your family members, your friends, your work colleagues, right? Or even prayers,
Yeah.
Going to the temple. Like I'm having
Yes.
goosebumps now,
Yeah,
right?
same.
Going to the temple or sitting in a cafe and doing something that makes you happy.
Yeah.
So for myself, sometimes I do random act of kindness. I don't really share this with anyone, but today I shared with you, Tasha.
Yes.
So sometimes when I'm really down, I don't know, it's just like getting the vibe. I just want, it's being a bit selfish too. So what I tend to do, I go to a cafe and I'll be upset and things. So I'll sit and if I see a elderly couple coming or someone on the wheelchair, because my two brothers, they passed away, they were in the wheelchair.
Okay.
And my mom passed away with that too. So it's more MND, motor neuron disease, right? So then when I see them and before walking out, then it's like a pulling for me. So I'll go out, pay for their lunch. They don't
just-
even
yeah,
know. And
yeah.
I'll walk out.
Yeah.
And guess what? When I'm walking out and I say,
You feel at peace.
yes.
Yeah.
And that's probably my message. I don't know. It doesn't probably work for everyone, but it works for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a lovely message. So to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk podcast, and thank you, Vanita, for sharing your
welcome.
personal story. And of course, this serves as a guideline for those that are going through a lot. Dealing with mind over matter, navigating life challenges. So this episode is very helpful, and personally, I have learned so much from you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're an inspiration for me, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes, and giving me this opportunity to come and do this. And yeah,
So this, listeners, this episode will be on YouTube. So stay tuned when we release this episode. Subscribe to Let's Talk Podcast YouTube channel to watch the full episode. Thank you so much. Till then, stay positive and be a fighter and try to navigate through life and what makes you happy and what works for you. Thank you.
Vinaka.